The press revealed an issue Hendrick is currently facing at Real Madrid. But do you already know what this issue is? Without being injured, out of shape, or suspended, the young Brazilian striker has simply disappeared from Real Madrid's recent games. You'll understand more about this story now. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us. The situation isn't looking great for the young forward Hendrick. After a meteoric arrival and a quick rise, things changed significantly in October. Perhaps his experience in his first real challenge since leaving Brazilian football. When he first joined, he was consistently used by Ancelotti, often coming on towards the end of the second half, which at least gave him some minutes on the pitch. He even managed to score his first 2 goals, one in the Champions League. He started one Champions League match 1-0. Since then, he hasn't played. Here's what AS had to say. Hendrick has been invisible since his start in Lille in early October, as Ancelotti has gone 4 games without giving him a single minute. Essentially, AS is pointing out that he hasn't been used in recent games. Previously, he would at least come on at the end to make an impact, but now he's not even getting that chance. Let's go through the games where Hendrick stayed on the bench, for matches in which he didn't get off the bench, 3 in La Liga and 1 in the Champions League. In La Liga, he stayed on the bench during Real Madrid's 2-0 win over Villarreal and their 2-1 win over Celta Vigo. Then there was the Champions League game against Borussia Dortmund, which Real won 5-2, and the most recent game he missed was Real Madrid's 4-0 loss to Barcelona last weekend. What's striking about these 4 games where Hendrick didn't play is that Mbappé stayed on for most of the matches. Also, 2 younger players, who previously seemed to have fewer chances than Hendrick, have been getting more opportunities in these recent 4 games. Arda Güler, an attacking midfielder, played in 2 of those 4 games, while Brahim Diaz played in 1. So, it's clear that Hendrick was more involved than these 2 previously, but now things have changed. Despite concerns about his limited playing time in October, it should be noted that Hendrick has been training well at Real Madrid. The club regularly shares videos of him training hard alongside his teammates. The issue he's facing, as exposed by AS, was somewhat expected. He joined the world's #1 team at the moment, the reigning La Liga and Champions League champions. He joined a team whose attacking trio is Vinicius Jr., Mbappé, and Rodrigo. It's challenging for an 18-year-old, fresh from Brazilian football, to immediately compete for a spot among some of the world's top players. In the end, this situation could even impact Hendrick's national team prospects. If he isn't playing regularly at Real Madrid, Brazil might overlook him until he gets more playing time. Some of you might think that if he's not playing much at Real Madrid, it might be better for him to go out on loan in January to get more experience and minutes elsewhere. However, Spanish media has reported recently that neither Hendrick nor his team plan for a loan move in the next few windows. They believe it's best for him to stay at Real Madrid, even if he's playing sparingly, to evolve alongside the best players in the world. Personally, I think Hendrick and his team are absolutely right. While he hasn't played in the last 4 games, he could easily come on for a few minutes in the next match and gradually build back up. I don't think this October should cause him to worry or make drastic decisions about his career. He's come a long way. He's at Real Madrid, after all. Being there allows him to learn and grow with the best. Imagine if Rodrigo or Mbappé were to get injured, Hendrick could finally get more chances. It's natural for him not to be a starter right away, and perhaps even Hendrick himself didn't have that expectation. Real Madrid's game against Valencia this weekend might be postponed due to severe storms there. This means their next match will likely be in the Champions League next week against AC Milan. Perhaps Hendrick could be a surprise from the bench in that game. Just to note, I'm recording this video on Thursday, the day before Dorival's announcement for the Brazilian national team. Now the question remains, after almost a month without playing, will Hendrick be called up despite his potential and name recognition? If he is, it might raise some criticism toward Dorival, as he's coming off a month of barely playing due to technical decisions rather than injury or other issues. Now I'd like to hear from you in the comments. What do you think of Hendrick's start at Real Madrid, with few opportunities and almost a full month without playing? Don't forget to comment with your thoughts below.